Good morning and welcome to the Absa Business Connect Series. This is our business learning platform that brings together thought leaders who come here to discuss business-related issues, share insight with our business communities for their growth. Previous editions are still on our Facebook and our LinkedIn platforms. For any reason, if you couldn't watch, I encourage you, go there, watch, listen, learn, and apply the insight to help build your businesses. At Absa, our business promise and purpose is to help you get things done and also to bring your possibilities to life. And that is what this whole Business Connect series is all about. My name is Audrey Abaka. I'm the head of SME, Agency Banking and Partnership. And this morning I have in the studio an amazing, passionate, seasoned business entrepreneur, Dr. Joseph Obin, the president of the Ghana Union Traders Association. He's here with me to discuss a recently launched strategic business partnership between Absa and GUTA. Dr. Joseph Obin, welcome to the Absa Business Connect series.
Thank you, Audrey.
Before we start the conversation, let me remind viewers that they can post their questions and their comments in the comments session. In due course, I'll read them and we will attend to your questions and your comments. Dr. Obin, a couple of months ago, we met in Kumasi at the Ashanti Businessmen Awards night. And I observed you while you were presenting to the audience. You were very, very passionate about your delivery. And I get the sense that, you know, your heart is deeply connected to what you are doing for GUTA. You know, I'm interested in what is really driving that level of passion and why you go that extra mile to advocate, influence decisions, you know, for your people.
Thank you very much, Audrey. And I thank you for that observation. As a matter of fact, you are not the first person saying this. The drive is in me.
Okay.
And it's because, first and foremost, I've been a trader, not as somebody who had money, but because I learned on apprenticeship that I was a storekeeper. And then I grew to be a shop owner myself. During this time, a lot have gone on in the trading sector. That was not palatable. That was not interesting at all. Look at the times now. You see that prices of goods and services going up. And then the problem is not the trader. The problem is as a result of the policies that is going on, and then the problems of the world, the impact of the COVID and other ways. But the frustration of the politician would have made it that he would have put all the blame on the trader. Do you remember that they used to call us Kalabule? They used to call us profiteering people, disgruntled business people, and all that. All sort of punishment was meted up to us because we were doing our legitimate business. And then the problem of state is then, or the problem of leadership is loaded up onto us. And so the frustration of governance is then pushed onto us. And they say that they are the cause of the problems that we are facing. So the prices of goods and services have gone up in the market. And then it is not our fault. But today, we would have been punished. Some of us were whipped. Some of us were taken into prison and all that. So when I got the opportunity to serve GUTA, I said, no, this nonsense should depart.
Wow.
And I'm not afraid to use that word because it was so much on us and it was not interesting. Wow. That's why I've put this advocacy. And for now, we have become relevant in trading activities in the stakeholder, the national issues. We are taken as equal stakeholders. And that is the best that we can, because traders are not, we are very effective in nation building. We are the positive aspect should be manifested to the whole world. Yeah. That's why I take this advocacy so passionately. Wow. And also to help my own business so that the things that is not helping businesses, I take the opportunity as a leader to articulate whilst other people are getting the benefits, I also get same benefits.
Wow, awesome response. You know, it's interesting to note that you started at a very low level, and over the years, you have been able to manage your business up to the level that I came to see when I visited your business operational site. So for me, you have been a very successful businessman. However, in the past years, couple of years that has gone by, the business environment has been hit with various challenges. Whoever thought that COVID would emerge? But we all saw COVID emerging, and we felt the impact that it meted on economies and society. We saw businesses closing down. We saw businesses slowing down in the operations. And just when we all thought that COVID had, was going out and we're going to bounce back, the Russian and the Ukraine war also emerged and impacted economies globally. And today we are all feeling the pressure of some of the effects of these challenges. As a successful businessman, how have you been able to navigate your way throughout these changing seas of times and the challenging moment and continue to thrive?
Businesses are planned, much as nations are also planned. Because problems will always come. And so you do not look at the problem emerging before you start planning. So if you are always planning and you plan ahead, for instance, if we have self-sufficiency in food production, we wouldn't have cut hands down with the impact of the COVID, with the impact of Ukraine. What is the problem that you mentioned? If we have all our foodstuffs well grown, well packed and stored, you wouldn't say that because there's a war in a certain country and then the adverse effects is that you cannot feed yourself. That's not the way to go. So as a businessman, my key is to plan. My main objective is to plan ahead and make sure that I reinvest in my stock, because you have the goods and then you sell. When you sell them, you have to replenish it. So you realize that when you came to my warehouse, it was full of stocks and all that. I was not thinking about today. I was thinking also about the future. Tomorrow. And then my relationship with the people who also help us, like the banks, I made sure that my integrity was so intact. So when the problem came, and I went to my banks and said that, please, because times are rough, sales have gone down because of the impact of the COVID, please reschedule my payment and all that, interest for loans and all that. They easily did that because I had the integrity with them. These are the two key things I will tell people to do. You plan ahead and always be focused on what you are doing and reinvest in what you are doing. Apart from the fact that you use some to invest in other areas, you try to make sure that your boundaries are full.
Yes, so viewers, the key lessons here is that you have to plan and plan ahead. In our corporate setting, there is what we call business continuity plan. Exactly. So we plan for eventualities. Exactly. And I believe that businesses that had such plan in place, when the COVID hit, they were able to manage their business and sustain it. So. And also he mentioned that have a solid relationship with your bankers. You understand? Because I remember when we encountered COVID, banks like Absa, who cares for the business community, we offered moratorium to our small and medium enterprises. We understood them that they are in challenging times, and therefore we have to understand their situation and provide a mitigating intervention to help them to continue to survive.
I came out to recommend you, if you recall, it was in the papers.
Yes.
And I really appreciated it. You did it, and Republic Bank also did it. And we are the first people that showed the way.
Because our business model is built around supporting African businesses to grow. And we believe that for any economy to progress and prosper, the SME sector is a very important and a key sector to focus on. And that is why Absa, for the many years, we have focused on SME, and happy to connect with you and then your association.
Got it wrong. They said that they wouldn't do with the SMEs. And then they went to do what they call corporate banking, and later they reversed into the SME because we pull the resources to you for you to take it to the corporate. So
Absa got it right, isn't it? So
You've gotten it right.
Let me do a follow-up question. Recently we launched a partnership relationship, okay, at Alisa. It was a beautifully coordinated ceremony where you signed a memorandum of understanding with us. And within the memorandum of understanding, Absa committed to support your members financially and also technically for free. No, technical training for free. Within that memorandum of understanding, we committed to offer up to 500,000 unsecured loans to your members. And then for women-specific, women-led businesses, we extended it to 1 million. It hasn't happened in the banking landscape, before, where a bank says that I'm giving you up to 1 million and embracing the risk of you not providing collateral and audited account. My question to you is, what influenced your decision to choose Absa to partner with us and also to make us your preferred bank?
Thank you very much. Audrey, you know that my meeting with you in Kumasi was divine. Yes, because I was looking at something. I wanted to solve a problem for the trading community. And that is collateral issues. And most of businesses have collapsed because of this. Because when a business wants to grow, then you have to reinvest. You have to get a lot more money for him to achieve this growth. Then when you go to the bank, the bank seek collateral. Then the business that have just started have to go and build a house so that you will be able to have access to collateral to give to you. It doesn't make sense. This is not what happens in the advanced nations, because they have to nurture you to grow before you can even acquire property. Now you have to use your limited resources to go and get collateral before you give it to the bank. The bank is not helping you, it's collapsing you. So when you started talking at that function, and then you said that you give unsecured loan of 500,000, my heart jumped. I haven't heard it anywhere before. And I said, yes, I've met the right person. So just after you came to my table, you didn't know that I was also thinking that I was going to move to your table. And that's how this relationship have come. I'm overly excited. This is about the best thing that will happen to the business community. Offering a loan without security. That have been the bane all this time. 500,000 for the men and 1 million for the women. Though it's not fair, but we'll take it. We take it like that.
No, Doc, let me explain why women. You see, globally, there is a challenge. There is a financing gap between men and women. In Africa, African Development Bank puts it at $42 billion financing gap between men and women. And then also, culturally, women don't actually borrow. They are very sensitive even about charges and interest, okay? And I did an exercise where in my borrowing book, only 13% were women. And then also, it will interest you to know that the women were paying better than the men. You understand? So obviously, as a financial institution, if we are looking for, let's say, a group of people to support, we want to support that segment, okay? And beyond that, it is also a strategy that is backed by the Bank of Ghana, that banks must look at driving financial inclusivity. So we want the women to leverage the financial system to scale their business. So that is what drove that decision.
I'm equally excited because our women fold in my association have been the vulnerable ones. And mostly we are well placed. And so when you give that opportunity, I'm also very excited that at least now they will also be able to expand their businesses because they have a lot more potential. Women do not normally waste when they got opportunity.
Not at all. And I'm happy you understand it.
I do understand.
You make my work much easier. Now let's come back to the partnership again. Now, this partnership seeks to support about 3,000 in the next 3 years. And it is not only financial support. We also note that within the SME sector, a lot of them are informal. They are not properly structured. Their books are not in order. And for that matter, we have partnership with MasterCard Foundation that is supporting us to fund business development support training coaching and mentoring for these SMEs. So we incorporated it in the memorandum of understanding, you understand. And we are trusting that the arrangements that we have made lending so accessible and easy for you. We have discounted interest rates, we have discounted arrangements and processing fees, and we have added on top training. Now, in your view, do you think this arrangement would help grow your members' businesses?
Definitely. I told you when we were trying to build this memorandum of understanding that we've been there before. And then at that time, the bank that we did with gave us credit performance rating of about 98%. And you know, at that time, we felt also threatened that we were being overtaken by the foreigners in the market. So when the opportunity came, we also said that, okay, we are being edged out of the market because we don't have the capital. So if a bank have been able to give us some money, we should be able to transform it to our advantage. And that's what has shed so many of us into importation, going to China and all that. So it's not that we have not been there. And we are going to even enhance on this huge opportunity, because this opportunity that you've given to us was not even the one that they gave us is not even a third of what you are giving to us now. So we are going to take advantage of this huge benefit that you are giving to us now to enhance on our businesses.
Awesome. Yeah.
And then also not only be in this position of trading, but migrate into captains of the industry.
And that is exactly what we want to do. You see, we want to see Ghanaian businesses grow from grace to grace and become generational businesses. Exactly. You know, in our Ghanaian sector, we see a lot of businesses collapse after the death of the owner. We want to see that businesses understand the importance of, you know, progressing beyond their owners. So some of the trainings that we offer, we critically look at succession planning, you know, and it is to let the business people know that the businesses they are building should be beyond them. Gone are the days where, you know, you want your business, you want to be the oboe, you know, the oboe in the business, and without you, nothing moves. We have progressed from that. Businesses like Barclays was started by somebody, but they put the right structure systems in place. And for over 365 years, Barclays still exists, and now in Ghana, it is Absa. So as Absa is leveraging on over 100 years legacy of a business that somebody toiled for, but that person thought into the future and saw somebody like me working within that setting in times like this. Now, let me continue with our conversation, still focusing on the partnership, you understand. Now, Absa is willing to support traders. We have demonstrated this to the SME community. We have supported SMEs extensively within this country. I would say on authority that we are one of the banks that have extensively supported SMEs, because we were the first to have introduced the unsecured lending, you know, to the market. We have tested it for many years and it has worked. You understand? Now, I want you to advise your members, okay, what they must do to continue to receive support from Absa.
Yeah, like I told you in my own experience, if you have the integrity, the bank have unlimited resources. And so if they see that you are credit worthy, they give it all to you. And so you cannot compromise with that. You destroy your credit worthiness. So all that you have to do is to be able to redeem yourself. When you redeem yourself, they even top it up. Before you realize they've given you what you do not even require for. And so your ability to repay. And how do you do it? When you get a loan, it doesn't mean that you are now getting overly excited and that you start thinking about other things that ordinarily you are not doing. You have to focus on your core and principal business that you have the innate understanding, and then dwell in it. If you depart from that and then try to venture in that area, so many people have done that and they've messed the loans that they've got, and repayment will be difficult. Exactly. Then also you should know your capacity. If you are going to assess the loan, once Barclays told you, we give you 500,000, and then if your capacity is not up to that, you don't go for it. So you take what you can actually manage, you can pay, so that the interest on the loan do not overtake your capital. And so I will advise that you use the loans for the intended purposes and then use it to your capacity and then take it to your advantage, get your profit, and then pay back the loan to the bank. And whilst you are expanding, you can even get more because you've been able to use the little that you got judiciously. And this is all about business. If you're able to manage this, the sky will be the limit for you.
Exactly. And from the bank's perspective, I want to add one or two, points to this. Viewers watching me, Absa is willing and well capitalized, positioned to support the business community in Ghana. Now, for GUTA members, the monies that we are going to lend to you, they are not grant. They are depositors' money that we are custodian of. So once we give it to you, we are expected to return it to our depositors. So like Doctor said, when you come and we support you, we trust you enough to release that funds to you. Honorably meet your obligations by ensuring that you have your deposits, your business inflows coming to the bank regularly to be able to pay for your loan. Now, one of the things that I have observed dealing with SMEs is that when they come for the loan, they come for the loan for a particular purpose X. You give the loan to them, and then before you realize, they have diverted it to, they have used the money for purpose Y. When you do that and you come back, we may not consider your application. And then also, businesses are issuing that checks, and it's a regulatory issue. Bank of Ghana says that when you do that, number one, we should report you. Number two, number three, they would blacklist you and you will not be able to issue checks. But when it comes to business, integrity is very important. If you issue a check to your supplier, you have to make sure that there is funds available to honor that check so that that check does not get returned to you. And then also, we are expecting that all the accounts that we are opening, the businesses will channel their flows to us. We don't want to lend to you and then you send your sales proceeds to another bank. That did not help you. If Absa has been kind enough to support you, we are saying that all your sales proceeds should come to us. When you do that, what it does to you is that you build a very solid credit, historical records, and averages that helps us determine how much we can lend to you. So, Doctor, I just want to find out, how you feel, about your members and the fact that they have also embraced this. Just after the partnership, I got many, many calls. And recently I heard that a whole team from Tiptoe Lane, they went to our Circle branch that, hey, we want to come and open an account. And the RM had to go there, look at exactly, so I am excited that they have embraced it, seriously. And I just want to get your final thoughts on that before we get into the questions and the answers, how you feel about this whole partnership.
Yeah, access to affordable credits have been the bane, to tell the truth. And even the flexible nature you've made it, even as it helps us above background.
Exactly.
Because whatever time during the engagement, whatever time we have told you, you've done it for us. And we did not do it for ourselves. We did it for the people that we say they are excited.
Yes.
And seriously, they are overly excited. Because everybody needs access to credit. And lately, because of the interest rate and all that, it has also impeded on this flow. But then it's still better than you are not having it. So we still have to take it. Because don't forget that most of us also have access to international credit. But then when you have the local one, it boosts your opportunity to pay the international one. And then those startup and the micro, what made me very happy is that you did not think about the bigger ones because you are not selfish. You saw you are seeing this through to the micro level so that they also grow. The trading sector is the breeding grounds for the future. So that's where we breed our capital and all that. It's a very strategic area. And so you see, most people are into hotels, most people are into manufacturing, and go and ask them about their story. They will say that they started by selling and all that. So this is a breeding ground, and then you've taken advantage to support us to nurture our capital so that we can grow and metamorphose into captains of industry.
Great.
And that will help the nation at large. And so we are very grateful because we could not see it in any other place except you, your bank.
Yeah,
and
viewers,
we are very grateful. And that's why we have endorsed you as Absa Adamfo.
So viewers, this brings us to the end of another edition of Absa Business Connect Series. 2 lessons that I learned from Dr. Obin. As a business entrepreneur, you have to learn to plan and plan for eventualities.
Exactly.
And then also, you need to have a very good relationship with your financial partners.
Yes.
And this one, we are talking about Absa. So if you are listening to me and you are a business entrepreneur and you are looking for a reliable, dependable financial partner, look no further but Absa. Walk into any of our branches and inquire about our SME lending solutions and SME business solutions, and you will be supported. And join us, join the Absa family and grow with us. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.